All right, a big thank you to Joel and Sarah for taking us through the dailies this morning. Welcome back. This is Alpha Jury, only on your favorite channel, K24. Shiko Kaitani is my name, and as you know, at this time, it's all about life lessons. We love to give you tips to a better you right here on Rise and Shine. Thank you so much, by the way, for all the feedback that we receive on our social media platforms at K24 TV is how you can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter. Now, today I am so excited about today's discussion because we're here to actually help you look at your partner or your relationship, so to speak, differently. And whether you're married or you're dating, what are some of the things that you can actually embrace to build a better connection with your partner, or even to regain that spark if you've lost it? Well, if you are single, we're going to ask you to take notes because you could be in that season of waiting, but this information will definitely help you, and I believe so. Today, we're so excited to have back for a second time on the show, author and life coach Stephen Kigwa, who's in studio to tell us about his book, Confessions of Married Men, The Battle Between Sexes, and even give us keys to successful relationships. So welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me back again.
Yes, looking good today.
Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, I love the book.
What has interested you the most?
I'm telling you, let me say, this is, by the way, it's not even a thick book, but it's a very quick read. I love the information. What I love about it is that it's just practical.
Thank you.
It's very, very practical.
Thank you.
And so we're going to start off by saying, by the way, we've got a couple of copies that we want to hand out today on Rise and Shine. And trust me, if you want to build your relationship, I am endorsing this book.
Thank you.
So this is up for grabs. Of course, let us know via Twitter if you'd like to walk away with a copy. And just to even make it easier, if you would like to also DM us your details on Facebook, go ahead at K24 TV. So, Stephen, as we get into the book, of course, we can't go through it all. But I'm going to start off with some of the things that you bring out in one of your chapters, which is about successful relationships and what we need to do. The first thing that I noticed that you brought out is that the struggles most couples go through are self-created.
That's true.
How so?
Number one, remember, men and women are wonderfully different.
Yes.
In fact, it is the differences that brings us together. But actually, it is the same differences that drive us crazy. So if I was attracted to a woman because of the differences, then it means every kind of challenge I'll have is because I was attracted to that person. So it is self-created. Yes. It's actually because of lack of understanding of, number one, what relationships are all about. And what love is. And by the way, most people don't even know what love is all about. When you talk about love and love and love, but most people don't even know what love is all about.
Yes. You talk about also how subconsciously we always try to make the other person, especially women are victims of this, try to make the other person be like us. And we don't even know it, but I'm secretly trying to tweak and work on you and make you into this particular, this fictitious person.
One of the fundamental things that people need to understand in relationships is that the moment you try to think that you are going to make someone like you, in essence what you are saying, that I don't accept you the way you are, I want to change you. And the moment someone realizes subconsciously they are not being accepted for who they are and what they are, then there is some resentment that settles in.
When we talk about, commitment and you saying that, by the way, I'm in this for the long haul, what ideally then I believe you're trying to tell us is that if you get into a relationship, you're allowing to be vulnerable and you're saying that, by the way, I'm trusting you, even if with your imperfections, to just be with me. And I'm going to be honest.
Commitment is key in relationships. There is no relationship I have seen which is successful where there was no commitment. And commitment actually is absolute commitment. That I am innate till death do us part. Unfortunately, people who have been hurt in relationships before are not able actually to get into a relationship with that kind of commitment,
Yeah.
they always have a back door, emotional door open. It's like they are sitting on the edge where there is least escape velocity, so that if something comes up, they just take off.
So most of us have one leg in, one leg out type of mentality.
Yes, and that kind of a relationship can never be successful. You have to give it a man has to give it 100%, and the woman has to give it 100%.
But then I'm trying to buffer myself, Stephen, like, I can't just be that foolish to be like, by the way, nothing will ever go wrong.
Honestly, let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Let's say that you wanted to go to Mombasa this morning, and I found you driving toward Kisumu. Would you consider yourself wise or foolish?
Foolish.
Now, if you're in a relationship and you want to make it happy, you want to be happy and fulfilled in that relationship, then I think it would be foolish for you to say, I put one leg in, one leg out.
Yeah.
You'd have to give it your whole.
Yeah.
To reach out to somebody and get involved in a relationship is actually risking. Life is about
In
risk.
itself.
It's a risk.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing to take the risk because you put yourself into it. Nobody forced you.
Yes.
And you had to do your calculations before you say, okay, I'm willing to commit myself to this person. You did all your evaluation, examination, and you decided, now this is the person I can entrust my life with.
In fact, a lot of counselors actually say if you did take the time to really think about what you're getting into, most of us wouldn't be married.
Yes. In fact, I tell the single people, before they ever say I do, they need to get hold of this book and read it to understand some of these things. They need to understand, before you say yes, I do, what are you saying yes to?
Yes.
Because,
don't just be excited with the...
Marriage is actually an institution.
Right.
An institution has challenges.
Yes.
And you have to be mature enough, physically, emotionally, mentally, to be able to handle the challenges that come with that institution.
Right.
You don't close business just because you have encountered some competitor somewhere. No. You start to come up with strategies and procedures and ideas and concepts on how you can counter that.
Yeah.
And that is how someone should think about their relationship.
And that competition comes in form of beautiful people and attractive people everywhere. Because you know what they say, the beautiful ones are not yet born, right?
But you see, let me tell you, and this is, I think, where women also get it wrong.
Yes.
And it is not just women. I think it is about an individual, because I don't just want to put women in one
on
basket.
On the spot,
Yes. I think it's an individual.
Right.
When a man or a woman decide this is the man or a woman I want to stay with, that means they have actually excluded themselves from all other alternatives. They have said, it doesn't matter how beautiful other people are, because you evaluated all that and you consider this person special.
Yes.
Otherwise, if it was just about beauty, by the way, you'll be so surprised what actually attracts men to women. It's not just about beauty. Men, we talk about the hips, yes, and the tips and all these things, but if you look at men, finally, what kind of women they settle with, you'll be surprised.
Yes.
It's not even about the beauty.
Which
it's
is
about the trust a man can have.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Men really relinquish a lot of power to women. So when a man loves a woman, you better be sure that someone he can trust.
He's going to trust you all the way.
Yes.
And by the way, that is such a very, very good point. I actually want to get into one of your lines here.
Yes.
That you say that if you are a fully mature person, your marriage relationship should take precedence over everything else, second only to your relationship with God.
Right.
Why is it so important to have God as the center of your relationship? And you've pointed this out in your opinion.
Two reasons. One, because God is a relational God. He created man in his image. And I'm a Christian, so I will speak from a Christian thought line. Every day he used to come and have fellowship with men.
Yeah.
So he is a relation God. And when he created man, he said, no, it's not good for this man to be alone, all one. I'm going to bring a helper on board, someone he can talk to, someone he can converse with. So relationships are it's actually an idea, God's idea.
Yeah.
God is a relational God. And second, that means the only thing that should supersede your relationship is actually the relationship you have with God. The second relationship should be you and your partner, and nothing else should come in between. In fact, it is so bad that some people sacrifice their relationship on the altar of career and business, so their relationships come third or fourth or even fifth.
Yes.
Yet you work so hard, but you're working so hard because of the people that you consider special in your life.
Right.
You give time to other people,
Right.
and these other people will not even be there the day you will be sick and you can do nothing for them. The people that you have sort of denied them the presence and the time with them are the people that will start with you.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's why relationships are very important.
And do you think that then the couples who don't tend to start off with God as their center, probably, okay, for lack of a better word, are doomed?
Well,
Or yeah.
let me just clarify something. You see, relationships are not for Christians only. Muslims are in
Right.
relationships.
So Allah,
yeah. So everybody
a higher
is in it.
being.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's not just about Christians, but
Right.
I think every religion has points towards a higher being,
Right.
higher than human
Absolutely.
being.
Whether you're
and so they
Hindu,
submit
yeah.
themselves to that higher being.
Yeah.
And I think then in all contexts, from different platforms in terms of religion, they also view it that way.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, this is a good one because we talk about the word love.
Yes.
And listen to what Stephen actually says in this same chapter that we're talking about. And you go on to say, to stir up love back into the relationship, you need to awaken to the realization that love is a verb. Love is an action word.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you cannot say that you love someone and there is nothing you are doing
Yes.
about it.
Okay.
Love is an action. You have to do something. You have to do what someone who is in love does. Someone in love, they want to please the other party. Someone in love wants to buy some gift for the
Yeah.
person they love. You want to glorify the object of your love by being nice to this person. So it's a doing thing.
Yeah.
And even for couples who have been married for some time and you don't
Yes.
feel that feeling of love,
Yeah.
all what you need to do is to trick yourself into feeling it, because the moment you begin doing something,
Yes, it
that
becomes
time-
you.
and it becomes you.
Yes.
Yes.
So even if it irritates you to the core, taking your partner out or buying them gifts or doing acts of service, if you continue to, practice it, it becomes you.
Exactly. In fact, the other definition of love is selfless promotion of the growth of another person. Selfless. That means you have to sacrifice for the other person to grow.
Right.
So you have to do things even when you don't feel like. Yeah, you have to do things as long as they are pleasing the other partner and
Yeah.
as long as they
Yeah.
are not hurting you
Yeah.
or denying you in terms of
Yeah.
what you're supposed to have as a human being.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. It is selfless promotion of the growth of another person.
And do you find yourself, even in your own marriage, doing this a lot?
Let me tell you, I find it. In fact, let me give you a classic example
Yes.
that happened to me the other day.
Yeah.
Some of the times I have to wake up early in the morning because
Right.
I am traveling somewhere to go do a speaking session early in the morning.
Right.
And just recently, I think a month ago, I wake up in the morning and I'm ready to go. And my wife asks me, do you want to have some tea? And I say, no, I'm sorry. I can't have tea. I am already anxious. I need to go.
Yeah.
And she says to me, I wish you told me earlier because I didn't have to wake up that early to fix a cup of tea for you. And I said, but honey, I have all along told you that I am not an early morning person who wants to have tea.
Yes.
And I realized all the times, every time I was traveling, she always was up ready with breakfast
Packing
on the table.
things, yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, wow. And then she told me, it's not that I really love waking up that early in the morning. I would rather be enjoying the warmth of the blanket. But you see, she is selfless.
Yeah.
There are moments I'll be so exhausted, so tired coming from speaking engagement. And she tells me, please bring me this, pass by here. I will do it, not because I am feeling like doing
Yes,
it,
yes.
but I will do it.
Yeah.
My wife loves shopping, and actually most women do.
Yes.
I don't enjoy shopping at all. Why? Because I take about 20 minutes when I do shopping alone.
You know what you want in the store.
When we go with her,
Yeah.
it takes about 49 minutes or so. And I realized that my wife enjoys my company when she's doing the
Yeah,
shopping.
she
I
just
don't
wants to have
enjoy
you
it,
there.
But I am
Yeah.
selfless to go with her for shopping.
Right.
Yes.
It is torturous.
Yes,
like
yes,
you
but
feel
I
like
have to sacrifice. Yes.
Good. But that's a really good point. And
Yes.
you see, it's even in the small stuff, because even the examples that you're using are everyday things
Yes,
that
yes,
we
yes.
go through, but we
Yes.
don't really think about what you have to sacrifice. But it really is in the small things.
Yes.
You're not talking about the grand things,
No,
about
no, no.
holidays and things like that. It's the small stuff.
It's the little courtesies, the little kindnesses.
Yeah.
Those small things, actually, that's what build up the relationship. In fact, the little things you do is what tells your partner,
Yeah.
you're still thinking about me. I'm
Yeah.
still on your mind.
Yeah.
I'm still priority. The little things.
It's a small
Little
thing.
things turn the hinges. I mean, little things turn big things.
Yeah.
Even big doors, big gates are turned by little hinges. Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about these keys that you mentioned in chapter 6 of your book. And you talk about how if you actually embrace them, this could really build a better connection.
Yes.
And so I'm going to throw them to you, and of course, please
right.
explain them. Number one, the first key that you highlight is that similarities attract.
That's true.
Okay.
But I know most people have heard opposite attract.
Right.
But that was only in the area of temperament only. It's only in the area of temperament. You want to get into a relationship with someone who is similar, who is a mirror of your values and attitudes. Values and attitudes towards their beliefs, towards money, about children, how many do you want to have, how do you want them raised, and all this.
Yeah.
You are likely to be more happier in life if you get married to someone who has got, who is similar to you in many things. Values, belief system, religion, politics.
That is so true because we don't discuss that. Like you don't discuss it before you jump into the relationship.
And it is important that you discuss this.
So all along, you come and find out that couples have been together only to break up because you find out that he doesn't want children.
It's because of incompatibility now. That's why I'm saying, by the way, similarity attract is actually basically about compatibility.
Right.
Because if you don't have those similarities, then with time you realize there's a gap, there's a rift with time. And all of a sudden you say, oh, we are not even compatible. Why? Because you didn't even check the values you have towards many things.
People will be like, it's okay, it's fine that I'm Christian and perhaps maybe, you're an atheist and you don't realize that probably will bug you. And then you jump into the relationship.
And by the way, even when you are Christian, look, even, we are different kind of groupings in Christianity.
Yes.
If you're a Christian and you believe in going to church on a Sunday, and you hook up with someone who believes that they should go to church on a Saturday,
that's also another thing.
You need to sit down and agree and discuss because that's something that's really quite something.
Very true. So there's a lot to talk about. You can't say that there's nothing to talk about with someone, especially when you're dating. Okay. Number 2, absolute commitment on both parties. Yeah, we touched a little bit on it, but you can actually highlight absolute commitment from both parties.
Commitment, the word commit is actually a business term. It means to deposit. That means you're depositing your attention, you're depositing your love, you're depositing your energy, you are depositing your effort into the relationship. Everybody has to give 100%. If you are not committed in a relationship, you're just involved in it. It's like having some egg for breakfast in the morning. The hen was just involved by giving you the egg. But if you're going to have something like a sausage, then the hen or the pig or the cow will have to die. It is committed to the point of death for you to have breakfast. And that is how commitment should play in a relationship.
Okay, listen to this. Purposefully refuse to consider any possibility of making the relationship unsuccessful. In other words, don't plan to fail.
Exactly.
Don't plan to fail. That's what commitment is.
That's what, exactly. So in fact, you shouldn't even have, there should not even be an option or any discussion that what could happen if we don't agree. No, we must find a way to move together. We must find some way to agree.
Okay.
Yes.
Open communication is your third key.
Yes. And communication, I cannot even overemphasize communication because communication is what helps you understand the other person. Do you know every person has got a certain amount of talking and listening they need to do every day to remain mentally healthy? So people need to want to communicate one with another. The biggest challenges there is in relationships is people are afraid to freely speak how they feel and what they think because they are afraid they will be victimized. So there has to be open communication between the two people.
And you also go on to say that if a person does not get the opportunity to do all the talking with the person who they share their life together with, they seek to fulfill their conversational needs somewhere else.
Exactly.
That's emotional cheating also. That's how it starts.
Exactly. But that's, by the way, that is how cheating begins.
That's how cheating begins.
If you cannot open up and you cannot communicate with your partner, then you, as a human being, you have that need to talk, to communicate. So if you're not doing it with your partner, then you are doing it with someone else. And that's how infidelity begins. Yes.
I like this one because this one works for me. This one I don't even need to put in my list because it says play yourself happy. Stop being boring in your relationship.
Don't be too adult. Be childlike. Come on, do some funny childlike things.
Yes. Well, you go on to say consider doing something completely out of character and childish with your spouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have fun, play, laugh, be humorous. I mean, life is not so serious.
Yes.
Be happy. You are created to enjoy it anyway.
Okay, and then the last point that you actually bring out is falling in like. Wow. What's the difference between falling in like and falling in love?
Falling in love may be likened to, the feeling of, that's why people say they fall in love because they were carried over by the emotions.
Yes.
Falling in love is you like this person as a friend.
Yes.
That even if you don't have that feeling of love, you still respect them as a friend.
Yes.
How would you treat a friend? Even when a friend annoys you, there is a way you talk to a friend. You don't just trash them. You listen to them.
Right.
If you look at your partner as your friend, that you fall in like with them, even when you have issues, you'll be able to sit down soberly as adults and discuss the issue.
Wow.
Yes.
This is so good. I'm going to download this interview myself and play it back. Okay, Stephen, we have to end it there, sadly, but you know, we can talk on and on and on and on.
Yes, yes.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to actually tell our audiences where they can catch you, because you have a workshop coming up.
Yes, yes, yes.
You are not only talking about relationships, but you like to help people find their purpose in life.
Yes.
Okay, so what's this event about purpose?
I have something I'm doing in Mombasa. Mombasa, people have been asking me, when are you coming to Mombasa? And I had them. I listened and I had them. And I'm coming to Mombasa on 29th of this month. It's on a Friday in the evening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'll be at Royal Court Hotel. If you come there, I want to talk to you about how to discover your purpose. Because most people journey through life without ever having known exactly who they are.
Right.
I mean, it's just walking, mundane activities. You don't know who you are. You exit and you didn't even know what you came to do on earth.
Yes.
Everybody is born to do something.
Right.
That's what I want to show them, how to discover their purposes in life.
Wow, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Karim.
taking time to be with us this morning. Author and life coach Stephen Kigwa, who actually has this fantastic book out, Confessions of Married Men, The Battle Between Sexes. Trust me, you will absolutely enjoy this particular book. Where can people buy this, by the way?
They can buy it online if they like the e-copies.
Okay.
But if they go to my website, mskigwa.com, they can actually call our office. We deliver these books anywhere in the country.
Okay, and of course, we have at least 3 individuals who are going to be walking away with this book. Are you going to be a winner? You never know. Go ahead and tweet us right about now at K24TV in order to stand a chance to walk away with this book by Stephen Kigwa. If you enjoyed, of course, this session on Rise and Shine, please also let us know. We do appreciate your feedback right here on Alpha Jury. We're going to take a short break, and then when we get on the other side, it's time to get interactive. Thank you.